Hello everyone and welcome to the 4th annual Jubilee Awards. I'm your host Jubilee. How are you all doing tonight? If you're new to my channel and this is your first end of year video that you've made it to, then you should know that the last video of the year that I put out is a special retrospective where we get to go back and kind of celebrate and acknowledge all of the amazing games that I have played over the year. It's also a very nice time where we get to acknowledge some very special people that make this channel and this space the wonderful cozy place that it is. So this year I decided to do things a little differently. You may have noticed that I did not put out my little poll that I usually have in like the comments of every video where you go vote on games and categories and stuff. I decided to keep it really simple this year. It's kind of, the Jubilee Awards become this like production that just like I make more and more long and intensive every year, and I knew that was not sustainable for me to do forever. And I kind of knew this year I was gonna have to scale back a lot, so to make things really easy on myself, I decided I would just be choosing all of the winners. So it's kind of a rigged panel of judges this year because I am the sole judge of the winners of the awards rather than them being more community focused. So I hope you won't mind that. I also didn't have time to put in any fun like ads and all that. I'm just trying to keep things like easier on me this year, less stressful, and more fun about the games, which is what it's supposed to be about. So we're going to start as always with my community awards. This is where we recognize some truly special individuals that make the channel what it is. I feel like I contribute maybe like 50%, of why or how my channel is the way it is, and the rest of the 50% comes from you guys, from the lovely comments you leave in the safe space you sort of make it just very inviting and welcoming to everyone. So I really love being able to call out specific people that helped make the channel extra cozy and relaxing over the year. So we're going to start with my Patreon members. This is kind of a random pull from a hat, so I'm going to put up a little spinny wheel. Previously I've done this in like pieces of paper where I've written everyone's names down and I've drawn them. Marzipan was eating all my picks one year. I think it was like not last year but the year before, like the first year I had her. She was like eating all the pieces of paper. So this year, rather than the paper, even though she's actually not here right now, I've decided to put everybody on a spinny wheel in our 3 categories: my diamond patrons, my gold patrons, and my silver patrons, to pull who's going to be each patron member of the year. So let me switch views. So here's my little spinny wheel. We're starting with silver patron of the year, and the winner of silver patron of the year is, I don't know if it makes noise. I'm gonna make the noise. B-Zilla183, and it was a close one, but a huge congrats to B-Zilla183. You are my silver patron of the year. Wear that badge with honor. And now my gold patron of the year. Less names on the wheel, so higher chance of everyone winning. And the winner of gold patron of the year is Jeff B. Congratulations, Jeff. You are gold patron of the year. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for your support. And our last and highest tier of patrons is my diamond patron of of the Year. So we have 3 special contenders, and the winner of Diamond Patron of the Year is Huge congratulations, Joss Eddie. Thank you so much for being Diamond Patron of the Year 2025 edition. I hope you enjoy this special honor. I wish I could give you guys like little things next to your names or something, but the only way you can kind of do that is if people are channel members, and then you have no real control over who gets it. I do think it would be awesome though if you could give like special commenters like special privileges, or just like a special sparkly name or something, because I would make your name super sparkly if I could. So once again, a round of applause for my 3 Patron of the Year winners. That was a congratulatory sigh from Leia, and another one. She's so happy for you guys. My channel member awards are a little bit different because, as I said, channel members do get like little star doodad guys by their names. They're easy for me to track rather than on Patreon. I can't really keep track of the name of a username on YouTube versus your Patreon name. So channel member, I actually can track your engagement, and my channel member awards are the commenters the most engagement had. So I'll say that this is actually, there were 3 stand out channel members this year. There was an easy first, second, and third place channel member. These 3 individuals were true superstars. As I said, I feel like I'm only about 50% of the Jubilee Whispers experience, even though I'm the name and the face of the channel. I think a lot of what makes my channel the place it is when you scroll down and you see these lovely names and faces leaving nothing but positive support, uplifting each other. They're not just leaving nice comments for me. These individuals are also commenting on other people's comments, like offering them words of advice and support. These are truly outstanding individuals, and I really wish I could give each of you a hug. If we ever run into each other in person, you gotta let me know, because I feel like I know you a little bit and like we're friends. So I have tallied up, as I said, every single comment from every single channel member from the beginning of the year right up until the end, and I'm excited to say that in 3rd place this year, 3rd place channel member of the year goes to Kayla Momak. I hope I said your last name right, Kayla, but a huge thank you. You are such a lovely presence on the channel this year. I really love hearing from you, and I'm really, really proud that you made it to my top 3. Huge congrats to Kayla. And in 2nd place, 1st and 2nd were very close, although all 3, like I said, were huge standouts. Then 2nd place channel member of the year goes to Keisha Natera 3097. Congratulations, Keisha. Keisha is a name you may know very well. She's been around on the channel for a while. She's always such a positive force of good, and she usually gets recognized at these awards every year, which she absolutely deserves. And without further ado, our number 1 channel member of the year who commented more than anyone else, I mean, I can confidently say anyone else, not just any other channel member, but any other person who's always so sweet and welcoming and supportive, and legit brings a smile to my face every time I see a comment from this person. Winner is Panko Panda 2. Congratulations, Panda, and I believe this is Panda's 2nd year in a row of winning this award. She is a true superstar commenter, as are Keisha and Kayla. We got a lot of K names. I love that. Yeah, these three real standouts. Next time you see them in the comments, say hi, leave them a heart or something, a little heart emoji or whatever, because they are truly very special people, and I love reading comments from all of them. So big round of applause to all three, especially our channel member of the year, Pinko Panda 2. You've earned it, Panda. I really have loved talking to you all year. So thank you so much for all your comments and all your support. You guys are great. As always, a huge thank you to every single member of my Patron family and my channel member family. Your support is always very, very special to me, but it's been especially important to me this year because, as you guys know, I dropped back on my upload schedule, essentially taking like a pay cut, which has been kind of hard, but it's been necessary for me to create all the content I'll need to go on a maternity leave next year when I have my baby. So the love and support I've gotten from you all during this time, one of the most stressful, kind of financially difficult times of my life, has been just heaven sent. I love you all so much, and I really, really appreciate your support. You guys are great. Alright, sadly we are moving on. Sans ad break. I know, I'm really sorry. I have a lot of fun making those every year, but I do not have that in me this year. I hope you understand. We're moving along to the gaming awards portion of the evening, and this year I can promise will be the only gaming awards to not feature Claire Obscure Expedition 33 as a nominee. How crazy is that? No shade to Claire Obscure. It's not a game I played because it's not a game I'm personally interested in, which is why you never saw me feature it on the channel. So today I can tell you all that we played a total of 62 unique games this year, and that is not including demo videos I made, like a Steam Next Fest video where I feature like anywhere from like 4 to 9, 10 different free demos. I did not even include those. These are purely dedicated videos. So some of these are demos, but I dedicated a whole 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes to them, so I counted them as like a unique game. So 62 unique games, some of those more than once, of course. We play a lot of Minecraft, play a lot of GTA, we have our favorites here on the channel. But I make so many videos, I used to make 3 videos a week, and then now I'm still doing 2 videos a week. It's still a lot of content, and it's so hard for you to catch every single one of my videos or see every single game, which is partially why I started this, to give you a little look back. And I'll put some pictures and stuff over here of the games, because maybe there's a game that you missed that looks really good and you're like, oh, I want to know more about that. Well, fret not, I'll have a link to all of the games mentioned in order in the description for them on Steam, and I'll probably also link my video playing said game if you want like a closer, more in-depth look on whether you would like that game or not. Okay? So hopefully there's maybe 1 or 2 new games that you missed from this year and you're introduced to something new and special. I've split my categories into, I think I have 6 categories this year. 6 including the title of Most ASMR Game of 2025 or Best ASMR Game of 2025, which I guess whichever. I kind of change the categories every year, I go off of vibes of what I wanted, and also kind of based on what I tended to play. So for example, my first category this year is Best Building / Decorating Game. I played so many like town builders, room decorating games, that I sort of combined them all into one so that we could honor all of them. My next category tonight will be best simulation game. I love a simulation game. I am such a sucker for them, and I played a lot of good ones this year. Next, I decided to bring back one that I think I didn't do last year, but I did something similar the year before, which is best story. I played a few games with really touching stories that stuck with me or mean a lot to me, so I've decided to honor them with the best story category. Next, I had best RPG. RPGs have always been one of my favorite genres of video game, and I played a lot this year, actually. A lot of unique RPGs, including a lot of brand new RPGs that just came out this year. So we're gonna go through all those and I'll pick my favorite. Then I have, of course, the Coziest Game, which is such a theme of the channel. Of course, I think most of the games I tend to play here are cozy, but some are just extra cozy. And those are the ones we're going to honor today. And then for most ASMR game of 2025, these are all from all my games. The other categories, I tried to split it up where if one game fit 2 categories, I picked just one for them so they wouldn't be like double nominees. Quite obscure. But so for most ASMR game, it might be a repeat. Well, I think just about all of them are repeats, but I also had the criteria of had to have come out this year. So they're all games that are released, fully released, not just an early access, not a demo, fully released games that did release in 2025 of the calendar year. And then I'll choose my winner. So let's start the gaming awards off with best building / decorating game. As I said, these are games that feature building houses, building towns, cities, or are decoration style games where you're maybe decorating a room or a house or a business or something like that. They are kind of games that I love. So this year's nominees are Tiny Glade, The Sims. That's 1, 2, and 4. I believe I played 1, 2, and 4 this year. So combine them into one. Architect Life, Small Spaces, Synergy, Against the Storm, Outside the Blocks, Whisper of the House, Town to City, Anna 117, Pax Romana, Twinklebee, Little Corners, and Light Up the Town. And my winner of best building / decorating game goes to, drumroll everybody, Town to City. I absolutely loved this game. It was a highly anticipated game for me ever since we played the demo of it. I can't remember if I played the demo earlier this year or late last year, but I knew it was going to be something that I kind of got addicted to. It is such a cozy take on a city builder because it's very, very freeform, and that's what I enjoyed about it. It's like a no stress, oh, if I misclicked and placed this here, it's no big deal. I tend to build very grid-based in any sort of city-town builder. I think a lot of people tend to do that. But Time to City really encourages you to go very organic and natural, with winding streets with their very easy path tool, and then placing houses along that. Not to mention going in and decorating each house to suit the needs of the tenants. It's such a satisfying, cozy experience in this beautiful, pixely voxel world in this lush Mediterranean setting. It's everything I wanted in a cozy town builder, and I loved playing it. So I hope you also enjoyed Town to City this year. Huge shout out to the other games though, they're all great. Not a single game, not just mentioned today, but played on my channel period, is a game that I don't like. Otherwise, I wouldn't feature it. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't sort of put my stamp of approval on it. But these are all games I especially loved. Our next category tonight will be Best Simulation Game. I have been a fan of simulation games since I was a little kid, playing Zoo Tycoon, Fish Tycoon, Mall Tycoon, any sort of tycoon game I could get my grubby little paws on. I was playing it. I love like a business sim, or a cooking sim, or a farming sim. Any of the above. So here were my favorite simulation genre style games that I played this year. Schedule 1. Enjoy. Stardew Valley. Dinkum. Super Mini Mart. Teddy's Haven. Discounty. 2 Point Museum. Galaxy Burger. And Tavern Keeper. A very wide variety of games, from like burger flipping sim to full-fledged life simulator. But the winner, my favorite simulation game I've played all year goes to, drumroll, Tavern Keeper. Tavern Keeper is truly everything I have ever wanted in like a, not just like a tavern simulator, but like a business simulator. It truly blends perfect business management sim with like cozy and humorous style of gameplay. Micromanaging. I love to micromanage. And interesting events that happen that keep the game fresh. So Tavern Keeper is still in early access. Released in early access this year. And I've kind of like halted playing it because I kind of ran out of content. But I am eagerly awaiting the next updates throughout 2026. I can't wait. I love that game. The next category is our best story category. So these are games that had some sort of overarching story that I really enjoyed, or thought about, or resonated with me, or made me feel something. And the nominees for best story are Best Served Cold. This one's kind of all story, as it's like a visual novel mystery. Wanderstop. Breath of the Wild. Easy Delivery Go. And Infinity Nikki, which has many different storylines. But one stood out for me as the best story this year, and that is, drumroll, Wanderstop, which I think if you watched me play Wonder Stop, or you've played it yourself this year, you absolutely understand why it would win a Best Narrative or Story award. It's truly a very unique and special story that you don't see too often in video game format, and it stuck with me. The gameplay is cute and cozy and the world is lovely, but behind all that cute facade, there's a deep meaning and there's a deep, powerful story happening that really makes you feel a lot of emotions. You might relate to it, you might see someone else in it. I highly encourage you to pick it up if you've ever struggled with stress and anxiety or PTSD in your life. You might find it a very healing experience, or maybe just check out my video on it to see if it's something that will resonate with you or not. But I really enjoyed Wonder Stop this year. It was really something special. Next is Best RPG, another of my absolute all-time favorite kinds of games. You all know I'm quite the Skyrim girly, but we've really been blessed with some truly good RPGs lately. I mean, Skyrim is, like, no offense, barely an RPG. It's like an RPG light. Yeah, it's very G, not so much RP. But we've been eating this year with amazing RPGs, and I wanted to shout a lot of them out. And of course, there's some other old ones on here. So my nominees for Best RPG are Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Skyrim, Oblivion Remastered, GTA 5, Avowed, The Outer Worlds 2, Cyberpunk 2077, and Star Wars Outlaws. And the winner of Best RPG is, drumroll, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I just had to pick it after it got snubbed at the Game Awards. Didn't win a single thing, which I felt was really uncalled for. Even though I didn't play as much Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 as I've played other RPGs this year, like The Outer Worlds 2 and Avowed, I think it is such an incredibly well-made game. I've watched my partner play loads, and it truly surprises me how in-depth it is. The story is really good, so it's really hard to not put that in Best Story, to be honest. I still think Wonder Stop is the best story, so it would not have won, so it would have been snubbed yet again. But I love watching gameplay of it. It's just fun to, like, walk around. I think that the level of detail and attention to, like, historical accuracy is amazing. It's truly a really good RPG, or just game, period. Especially if you're like a medieval fan, you know, you love medieval stuff. It's really good. So it truly deserves this. My next category is Coziest Game. Like I said, a lot of what I play is super cozy here on the channel, but some are just a notch above the rest, and these are those games. So my nominees this year for Coziest Game are... Is this seat taken? Undusted Letters from the Past. Another one that I really wanted to put in Best Story. Tiny Bookshop. Cast and Chill. Snacko. And Tiny Garden. All absolutely supremely cozy games. Beautiful, love them. But only one can win Coziest Game, And that is, drumroll, Undusted Letters from the Past. Again, this is another one with an amazing story. I legitimately cried playing it. If you didn't see that video, thank God I didn't have a face cam on that day, because I was sitting there going like a mess. It was really bad. It's very heartwarming, but on top of that really lovely, heartwarming, tearjerker story that's happening, the gameplay is super satisfying and fun. Dusting using different kind of cleaning materials to clean different levels of like grime. It's cozy. There's a beautiful suite of background music playing. Sometimes it's raining. It's all together just a lovely, wholesome, and cozy experience for the brain and the heart. I loved it. My only downside is it's pretty short. So I did play through it in just two videos. You can watch my whole playthrough. I'll link the first video, or maybe both of them, below. So yeah, but I'd highly recommend playing it for yourself. It's very satisfying to do the dusting. Alright, it's time for my last category, the final one, the big hurrah. This is compiled of, like I said, every game I played, all 62 individual games. These were my standouts for what I think represented the most ASMR game. And like I said, it had to have been released, fully released in 2025, not just early access, not just a demo. These are real releases. I'll link all of them in the description, but I had fun playing all of them. And the nominees are Power Wash Sim, developed and published by Future Lab. Tiny Bookshop, developed by Neoludic Games and published by Skystone Games and 2P Games. Undusted Letters from the Past, developed by 5min Lab Core and published by Toka Productions. Easy Delivery Co., developed by Sam C. and published by Oro Interactive. Is the Seat Taken?, developed by Poti Poti Studio and published by Wholesome Games Presents. Cast and Chill, developed and published by Wombat Brawler. Snacko, developed by Blue Curse Studios and published by Armor Games Studios. And last, Wonder Stop, developed by Ivy Road and published by Annapurna Interactive. You can't go wrong with any of these games, honestly, if you're looking for an ASMR experience. Whether to you an ASMR game is something purely satisfying and all about scratching that itch, like Power Wash Sim, or it's about maybe a slightly deeper coziness that comes from within, like Tiny Bookshop or Undusted Letters from the Past, or something that has you just kind of vibing, like Cast and Chill and Easy Delivery Co., where you get to just kind of sit back, take a back seat, and enjoy doing something kind of repetitive. They all have something for everyone. If I could get on my soapbox for a minute, sometimes I get comments that I find very frustrating because they say, this isn't ASMR. And I don't think any one person gets to really define what ASMR is. I think we all have a different meaning within us. So I come from a pre-ASMR era of the internet. I'm so old that I'm from the original whispering community, which really disbanded in like 2013 or so. I don't know. But I made my channel right at the tail end of the whispering community and the beginning of the ASMR community. And I've watched it grow from from a tiny underground community of like less than 100 people around the world with these little channels talking to each other, to I see ASMR get mentioned in international commercials. I saw it mentioned in a video game I was playing, a trivia game I was playing just a couple days ago with my friends. You can say it casually on the street and someone will know what you're talking about. It's actually very, very cool to have been a part of something from the get-go. I've never been that cool before, and like, if you can say cool, like, being at the start of a movement, you know, or the start of something that would end up going globally viral. But the more people it attracts, the more eyes and ears are on it, the more a definition can shift and change. And I think if you were to type ASMR to YouTube, you might get a different sort of result from if you typed hashtag ASMR into TikTok, you know? Definition shift and change. And so that's why I say no one can really define it, because there are some people that think that those kind of loud, disruptive videos that are like quickly cut together, to some people that is ASMR. And to some of us, it's like a person just whispering into your ears about anything and everything. To some people, it's no talking. And it's maybe someone brushing their hair. Maybe it's hearing someone speak in a different language, or teaching you how to do something, or performing an eye exam on you. You know, ASMR is sort of beyond definition. But you know it when you see it or you hear it, right? And I like that the little community I have here, I think we all have very similar ideas of what ASMR is. Because I think that's what you're attracted to about certain ASMR channels, is because you find someone that shares your view on ASMR. But as I explore ASMR in video games, and as cozy games become more popular, we can sort of explore different aspects of that in gaming. So that's why I think any single one of these games you could say was your most ASMR game of the year. But it might differ from my definition, or his definition, or her definition, or their definition. So I really like that, for the most part, we're all very inclusive and welcoming and supportive of what we choose ASMR to mean to us. Yeah, that is the end of my little soapbox rant, purely because it drives me crazy when I get a comment that tells me that what I'm doing isn't ASMR or something. Because your one opinion is not the opinion of the whole world, you know? And if you think you even have a unique take, if someone else shares that take with you. Alright, I've dragged this out long enough. You probably really want to know who won. I just thought it'd be dramatic. For dramatic's sake, my winner this year of the most ASMR game of 2025, a game I love, it's near and dear to my heart. I think it embodies my personal definition of ASMR, is Tiny Bookshop, developed by New Luddic Games and published by Skystone Games and 2P Games. Tiny Bookshop has a lot of what I want. It is a cozy sort of bookshop selling simulation with dedicated characters that you get to slowly get to know. It has a very inclusive, welcoming, you're new, let's make you feel comfortable here sort of presence. And it's got shifting seasons, a bit of cozy decorating in your little portable bookshop. And it features real life books, which is also something I find very cozy and very ASMR-y, is like reading books and talking about books. So it really takes off so many boxes for me. I think it was a real hit this year among many communities, book loving communities, cozy game communities, people in the ASMR community maybe who found it. It's truly wonderful. Like I said, every single one of these games deserve to win. They're all fantastic, but I just wanted to put Tiny Bookshop on a pedestal a little bit above everyone else because it's really a fabulous game that deserves it. And thus concludes the 2025 edition of the Jubilee Awards. I hope you did not mind that they were so different this year. I think that, like, it should be about the games, right? It's about celebrating the games. It's about reminding you of a game you might have forgotten about, or introducing you to one you may have missed, because I do play so many over the years, and there are gonna be so many more next year. I feel like there's a lot coming out next year that I'm very excited about. So we should have some new names next year. A whole year away. I just wanna let's get through 2026 first before I start thinking about next year's awards. One step at a time, okay? I really appreciate you all watching this, and I once again want to thank all my Patron and channel members, especially all our special winners today. But thank you for watching. I see you, silent listener, the silent viewer. You might not leave comments, maybe you just like a video, but you're always there watching and showing up for me, and I appreciate that too. Don't think you're underappreciated, you are, because I'm a really bad YouTuber. I tend to silently watch people's videos, and I'm really bad about leaving comments, so I'm a total hypocrite when I say, like, leave a comment for the algorithm. I always like videos, I always like them, because that's like takes 1 second. It's very easy to do, but I'm really bad about leaving a comment, especially because sometimes I'm enjoying a video and I'm vibing so much I forget to leave it, or I fall asleep. So yeah, if you are a silent listener, I see you. We gotta get better about this, you and I, but I still see you. Thank you for another wonderful year. You will make this the best job in the world, and I'm truly a lucky person to get to call this my job, to get to call you my coworkers, sort of, my friends, my fans, my viewers. You make it so worth it. And that's why, even when I have something as life-changing coming up as having my first child, I know I don't ever want to leave you guys. You're always in the back of my mind, and I'm always thinking about, how can I make sure you all don't feel neglected or abandoned, even if I'm busy doing stuff off screen. So I want you all to know how much I love and appreciate you, how much I enjoy doing what I do, and I hope that comes through. I hope you see the love that I have, not just for you, but for video games in general. Very passionate about all my hobbies and gaming and all that. And I love getting to go through those games with you all and play them with you guys. So leave any comments of games you want to see. Let me know your thoughts online. Feel free to say this game got robbed, but you can't say that about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. You can't say that. So anything but that. But yeah, I would love to know if you had a different pick for ASMR Game of the Year. It didn't have to be one of my nominees. It could be any game I played this year. Let me know what it is and why you thought that was the best game, because they should all be acknowledged. Once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for making this year a great one. And I'll see you in 2026, guys. Okay. Bye-bye, everyone. Nighty-night. Bye-bye. Night-night. A huge